Hello, viewers, and welcome on out to our Gen 5 Pokemon rankings. If you've missed any of the other previous generations, they are all separated into parts. So Gen 1, is in Part 1, Gen 2 in Part 2, so on and so forth. I'll try to always have it down in the description or maybe up in the cards. If you guys ever want to go back and watch maybe some of your favorite generations being ranked out, or, if you want to see how this list came together, you can watch from the beginning. Or I won't also be upset if you were to somehow also dive into the end. But at least before you go, hit that like button. Subscribe if you are new here. It really does help out every video and really means a lot to every single one of us here. So I'm going to go ahead and start ranking these Pokemon. Now I'm going to go ahead and be hopefully just front up and honest, because if those watch part 4, you'll definitely know this in advance. My webcam crashed when I was recording all this, so I have to record over the webcam because for whatever reason the audio just didn't want to work and just, I don't know, a bunch of issues happened, so I'm going to be doing this technically twice. So bear with me as I'm trying to keep up with where everything ranks, why I rank them there, my opinions on these shiny Pokemon, all that great stuff as we work through pretty much the biggest generation we're going to have to work through here. Won't be the longest video, but that was because I have a lot of love for Gen 1. But still, it's 150 plus Pokemon here. I forget how many are in Gen 5. I can't remember off the top of my head. I want to say 158. That sounds right in my head, but I might be completely wrong. But after this, we get the shortest generation. So, yeah. Either way, let's go ahead and dive into some Gen 5 shiny rankings today. Again, just to quickly note, because I said this also in Gen 4, pretty much Gen 4, Gen 5, and Gen 6 are probably my least known of Pokemon and shiny Pokemon overall, as I did not really play much of those games. Gen 4 I've played now in total 3 times. Gen 5 I am literally playing through for the first time ever. And Gen 6, again, I've done one video on, I'm pretty sure, just my sleep walk. So, yeah, let's go ahead and rank these Pokemon. I showed you guys a little preview of what we've ranked so far, as Grumpig's still the last, Charizard's up top. I really actually like Victini, the white and darker reds. Really actually work for this Pokemon. Again, a lot of these, and I talked about this in the last episode, which I'm going to go ahead and pause really quick while I'm ranking Snivy here. So, the issue I'm coming into now is I'm ranking on a lot of different factors. So, and it's hard for me to figure out how exactly I should be ranking this. There's some Pokemon I'm literally ranking by how the shiny looks. There are some Pokemon I'm ranking tying in what that Pokemon means to me. So, as you see sometimes up in the, like, I'll use an example here, Charmeleon, who's up way up there in my list. Because of the fact that I really like the Charmander line, really love Charmeleon, the attachment with the anime. It's not a horrible shiny, but like, I'm trying to look here really quick on this list. So, like, in this image before you right now, I can almost argue Snover shiny looks better as a shiny than Charmeleon. However, I like Charmeleon more than I like Snover, therefore, which is why I kind of like, it's almost like I'm putting the two together. Like, I like this Pokemon, I like it shiny, therefore, these factors are both combined together, and that's what puts it in its rank. And I don't know if that's really fair to those that I don't have a lot of attachment to. And the funny thing is yeah, as I get more and be more attached to these Pokemon, their ranks could easily change. As I talked about when I was ranking all my favorite Pokemon ever and all that, figuring out where every Pokemon ranked, Golbat. Golbat's a very key thing. If you asked me probably back in 2011, whatever, I don't even know, before I did my Pokemon Red series, um, about Golbat, it had probably been a very low Pokemon. Was it horrible? No, but I didn't have a lot of attachment with it. I was just the whole like Zubats running into every cave, thing. It would definitely been a very low tier Pokemon. But because of my Pokemon Red series and how much love I grew for Golbat and it becoming my MVP and all that, all that stuff that Golbat did without super spoilers and everything like that, it got it a massive buff and rating because of that attachment and things like that. Now I can kind of argue, like I said, the whole thing with that list being using my attachment levels with it. This is supposed to be a shiny list. Am I supposed to be using my attachment levels with the Pokemon as well? Or should I be literally only ranking how the shinies look? Because I feel like that actually will honestly change how this list is. Because if we're literally just going by like what's the best looking shiny, ignoring like how much I like said Pokemon, I feel like this list would change so much drastically than what it is. Or do I still go by like, well, I love this Pokemon. It has a 6 shiny, therefore it gets extra props. And therefore it hurts those that are between the gens, those later gen ones that I just haven't had a lot of attachment through because I haven't played those games a lot. Is that really necessarily fair? I don't know. It's an internal debate that I'm going through now as I'm entering the generations that I'm obviously less attached to. Let me know down in the comment section. I know I've kind of talked here for a little bit, and I apologize on that. But please let me know down in the comment section what you guys honestly think. I can keep this going how it is, but maybe at the very end, at the finale part, we show the list that I created with the double factors, as we'll call it, and then I'll rework because I'll be able to save the list at that point. Thank the Lord. Um, and say like, okay, this is what the list would be without any other attachment, just ranking the shinies. And that's it. Like, what has the best looking shiny, what has the least looking shiny, ignoring how much I love the Pokemon, anything like that. That would be another thing I could do at the end. Let me know, like I said, down in the comment section what you guys think. If you guys ultimately don't give any super feedback, I think ultimately that's what I'm going to end up doing anyway. Is the whole, you know, show what I have going on right now through all these parts with the attachment kind of added into it. And then in the finale part, on the last one after we're finished with Gen 8 and everything and showing everything off, I do the okay, this is based on like just shiny coloration alone, no attachments, anything like that. So, again, let me please know what you guys think as we're going to go back right into the rankings and everything like that. Sorry for my spiel. We're on Snivy now, right? That's what I'm ranking. Yes, I do actually like shiny. Should I be shiny Snivy? That's an interesting sentence. The orange on Servine? Is that right? Is that what this Pokemon is? Really works for him as well. Gen 5, sadly for me, is probably my least favorite starter trio. I don't really have one that really stands out to me. I know a lot of people love the Snivy line because the anime and stuff. But again, I didn't watch the Gen 5 anime sadly, so I didn't really get that attachment. Um, I think I lean most toward the Tepic line just because I'm usually a big fire person, and I mean, Emboar Shiny is super sick. I really like all the shinies in this line as well, and his regular form. I mean, I'm not the biggest Pignite fan, still, whatever. And Emboar is still pretty cool looking. And then Oshawott is awesome. I like Samurott, but it's the evolution line just kind of throws me off a little bit. I think there's different things that could have kind of done there. Maybe making Samurott a little bit that mix between bipedal and, or at least Duat or something to kind of say, oh, this is can go from 4-legged to 2-legged. And then Servine, I think, is just because it's just like a snake thing. I don't know. It just doesn't have a lot of design going on for me. I feel like it's kind of basic, I guess, in my eyes. And I'm sorry, I do like the Pokemon. Don't get me wrong. Except there's no Pokemon I actually hate at all. I wish there was just a little bit more going on for it to speak to me. All right, we got Duat here, and then Samurott, which I like the little bit of brown on top it's got going. The darker blues, again, noticeable shiny, but it's going to go about right there. Patrat, it kind of actually somewhat creeps me out, but at the same point, it's not bad shiny. It just, yeah. And then these colors actually weirdly work together with the greens and everything. And I think as it actually when it attacks, it should glow and everything. But again, no super attachments to him. Next, we got Lillipup, who's kind of like this yellowish color. Not a great looking shiny, but it's alright. Herdier, whatever. I actually liked with the dark and the gold. And then Stoutland. This one is gone up and down in my head. Like, there's times where I really do actually like this shiny, and there's times where I really just don't like the shiny. I don't know. It plays, like I said, with that whole attachment factor. I do actually really like Stoutland as a Pokemon. But the shiny, I don't know if it's growing on me or not. I don't know. I don't know if the more I'm looking at it, if I like it more, if I don't like it more. I don't know yet. I haven't figured it out. I haven't looked at it enough to decide. But that's where I ranked it for now. Then we got the Liepard line. It's like it's our Auburn color. Put it right there above Pelipper. We got the semis, which to me don't really look like they have much going on. Saying I'm not super attached to the monkeys. I think they're like a darkerish color. If I had to guess what's kind of changing, like Semi Seer here looks just like a lighter shade of red. Semi Sage, I think is that one, is like a lighter. I don't know, like it's like subtle changes, like slightly darker, slightly whatever. Um, this is actually my least favorite of the monkeys, kind of, but again, not a bad shiny. And then this actually limeish green blue works really well on Pampor. And then this is the most noticeable one of the monkeys, weirdly. But again, it doesn't speak hardcore to me. And then we got Muna, who's this, I don't know, it's this yellow. I'm not a big fan of. I'm just not a big fan of the yellow. It's like it's trying to be golden yellow, but it's not. And then there's Sharna, and again, I'm just not really attached to this Pokemon. Noticeable shiny, but yeah, no. Pidove, who's the one actually I'm looking for in Pokemon Go. Yeah, nice, subtle shiny, but it's just a Pidove. Tranquil, I don't like this green. I really don't like this green. Um, it's not a good green. Let's just say that. You can see how much this green is really bugging me. It's like a popsicle green. I don't even know. And pheasant, this the is this the female form? I forget. There's male and female, and I know one has the mask. The masked one is the one I actually like more. The showed both ones. I think the other one would have been a little bit less, but this one's my favorite one. I really do like that shiny. Roggenrola, it's like a purple orange vibe. I wish it was. I think it's just like a lighter shade of purple, but again, it's not horrible. Or like a lighter shade of orange, one or the other. Boldor definitely getting good. You can see what potential it could have when it evolves, and it's yeah, it's a good color clash. It's a very good color clash. And then Gigalith. I mean, I feel like most people really actually really like the shiny, along with myself. The black and blues just work really well together. Very standoutish and just very sick looking shiny indeed. Like I said, this is where one of those that's literally I'm not attached to that Pokemon at all, really hardcore, but that shiny just looks really good. That's why I got so high. So like some of these, sometimes yes, the factness of its shiny does give it major points to beat those that I'm attached to. But again, yeah, it's weird. It's weird how I somewhat ranked this list. Next we got the Swoobat line, which actually this gold nuggetish Subat kind of works for him, but again, not the best color. Drillbur, noticeable shiny, but again, I have no super attachment to Drillbur. And an extra drill, I do like the blue on its belly. I think there were better color choices it could have had on its, skin, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, and then Mega Autono, I didn't really see a change, and again, I don't really ever use the Mega Autono. And then regular Autono, nice shade of purple. I actually do like the purple. Um, and yeah, Timber's line really works best on him. It's just that shade. It's just that shade. I'm not a big fan of the shade of yellow or whatever and the reds. I don't know, it just looks off to me, I guess. But yeah, Timber and its evolution work well, but Conkeldur's I don't know, like I feel like it used to work, but now it's rubbing me the wrong way. God, I forget this line's evolution. Seismitoad? Is that what this evolution line is? Um, yeah, Palpitoad, Seismitoad. I do actually really like the yellow and blue on that Pokemon, and then this one, it wasn't the greatest shades of colors. It's noticeable, so it's gonna get points, and it's not awful looking shiny, but yeah, it's not great. Throw, does it really change though? Does it really change though? It's one of those just, do you notice me? Sock, however, gets a little bit purple instead of blue. So I mean it's a little bit noticeable. But again, it's just a sock. The Swadloon line, I think, is what this one is. Swadloon. No super attachment. You can see the little bit of brown on this Pokemon. Um, but yeah, it's not a great shade of brown in the leaf. Fanny, I don't know. stop it. Stop judging me for not knowing these Pokemon, okay? I already hear you. This bronze on World of Pete's line actually works on him. Not great, but it still works. Because it's Scolipede, Whirlipede, Venipede, I believe. Again, guys, Gen 5 is the one generation I've not played. So please stop judging me. I do love Pokemon, I promise you, and I'm trying to learn my Pokemon, but I'm literally playing Gen 5 for the first time right now. Literally, as technically I'm recording this, I'm playing Gen 5 for the first time. So don't judge me for not hardcore knowing Whimsicott and Cottony and whoever else, which I actually really like Whimsicott. The blue and white and dark, it actually worked really well on him. I won't lie. It's very good shiny. Very good shiny. Pretty shiny. Like, my head says this is Petalil, but I could be completely wrong. Is that Lilligant? I don't know. I feel like somebody's name is Lilligant in here. Basculin, who gets an evolution in Legends Arceus, which I'm super excited for. Definitely hoping to get that game. Same with BDSP. Both these Basculins are good, but yeah. Crocodile line. I actually really like Sandiles. It works well with this yellow with him. It actually works kind of well, makes him look kind of cute. I feel this one kind of weirdly works, but it's just, again, better colorations. And then same with this one. I feel like if it just, I could keep saying if it was darker, I just feel like it would be a lot better, or brighter yellows. Darmanitan having this green in the middle, noticeable, but again, it's not super noticeable. And then this one's like a paler red. Not a big fan of this color. Really not a big fan of this color. This one being kind of derpy with greens kind of works for him. It's not super derp like Mega Slowbro, but it's not a bad derp. And the green is noticeable, so there. This one actually looks really good. The reds kind of make it more vibrant, make it look more definitely like a fire type. Very cool Pokemon. And then the Zen form actually looks really good as well. That blue is a very good color compared to the red that it normally is. I always love this shade of blue. Regular Darmanitan, I think it's like a darker red. I think that's the change here. But again, I'm not going to get massive points. Maractus has this like purpley red on its feet. And it's also like a slightly different shade of green. So, again, noticeable, not great rankings. Crustle is like a darker red with, or this is Dwebble, sorry, Dwebble. And I think has green dots, if I'm seeing that correctly. And Crustle actually works really well with the green radiation-ish looking vibes. I actually really like, weirdly, this shiny. And then this is actually the first time I've seen Scrafty's evolutions shinies. So I didn't really notice him too much, but I could definitely notice the evolutions shiny with the green. I really actually liked this shiny. I didn't actually know that it had green pants and neck when it went shiny. I really like that shade of green, so it's going to get some points for that shade of green. Next we have Sigilyph, which that Pokemon just looks good to me, so that's why it gets a little higher. Yen Mask, which I think it's just its eye that changes color. So, I mean, it's noticeable, but it's subtle. Same with this one. It's, again, just an eye color change. And this one I like a little bit less than the Ridiculous Yen Master, the Galarian one. Cofagrigus, the purple-white, actually looks really good on him. And just because I'm going to mention it, I think Ranunculus is technically in Gen 8. So be in mind, like, wait, where's Ranunculus there? But Galarian Yamask it's because it's in Gen 8, technically. That's a Gen 8 Pokemon. Whereas the Galarian forms are put with the Pokemon that they're the form change of. That's usually how this works. Sorry. Just wanted to note that. Archon, nice shade of green. Could have been some better color choices again, but not terrible. Not terrible. Not terrible Pokemon. And then Archaeopteryx has got like these lime green wings, but again, I don't really see much else going with him, so it's not going to get him super high. Trubbish, I like the green dots on its hand and the darker bag that it kind of has as its face. It's a nice, very nice looking shiny. And then we have this Gigantamax Garbodor who looks really good with the shiny. I wish the toys kind of stand it out more with its colors, and then its actual like the gray part on it changed more. And then same with Garbodor shiny, very good blue on its head. I just wish that gray part changed a bit more. Zorworks line, Zora, whatever. Very amazing looking shiny. This black and blue color scheme. Love that color scheme. Next we have the illusion Pokemon himself. The purple works really well. I wish they kept the blue. I really do. But I still like it. I still like it. Next we got the Chinjiao line, Minchino line. These ones, I'm just not a big fan of the colors. That's pretty much it. That's what it boiled down to. Gothitelle, I didn't really notice the change with, or whatever this line's name is. Didn't really notice a big change. I think this one's like a slightly lighter color. I feel like I'm seeing it right. The Ranunculus line, I think, is like a slightly bluer on the ball. You notice it more as it evolves, the subtle changes it gets. Not a big fan of the middle evolution, but I really do like Ranunculus and its blues and everything. It really does stand out. But again, just don't have a lot of attachment to this Pokemon to where it could go up any higher. It's the first time I've actually seen Shiny Ducklet. I didn't realize it's pink. Really do like Shiny Ducklet. And then Shiny Swanna looks like it has like purple on its belly instead. I think that's the most noticeable change I noticed. Otherwise, I didn't really see much going on with him. Vanillix is like purple. Vanillite. I forget the whole again. Because I don't know. I'm saying some of these right. And these ones I just didn't notice a major change, so that's why I'm ranking them where they are. Um, Good Pokemon, but again, yeah. And then we got all these Deerling forms. And again, just like I did with the Rotom forms and things like that, I'm going to rank them from my favorites, least favorites, based on their what I'm seeing here. And I think these are like just slightly darker colorations or lighter colorations of their regulars. That's the only noticeable change to them. So enjoy me ranking a bunch of deer. Deer hunting now. I've actually never hunted an animal in my life. I know people that do. And I know a lot of people that are into like that type of stuff, shooting and stuff like that. I've done shooting ranges and axe throwing and weird stuff like that. I shouldn't say weird. It was fun actually doing that stuff, but things like that. But yeah, I've never, I guess, hunted. I know I had a person in high school actually that had a whole collection of exotic animals that they had collected. What are those, like headhunters that they have like elephants and crazy animals that like were diseased. Like they didn't like illegally poach or hunt them, but they were diseased or whatever, so they just collected those type of animals. All right, now we're on a mogul. We're finally out of the deer, which I do like. I said I did like some of the deer. The evolution deerling, I did like a lot. The white worked really well. Next, we got Escavalier, which I like the purple or pink or whatever this is. On the top of its head, it's pink. It's pink. It's pink. It's definitely pink. The Among Us line. um, it's got like a blue on top of its head. Great Ball references. I don't like it as much as Voltorb because the Voltorb was definitely more noticeable. It's almost like going toward purple, like it wanted to be the Master Ball, but then failed somewhere in between becoming the Great Ball and the Master Ball. Next, we got Jellicent, which I believe this one is the one that goes from blue to red. I don't know. So there's like the female and the male form. The male one is blue and the female's pink. I think this is the male one that went from blue to pink, and the other one went from pink to green, it looks like. Or maybe it's vice versa. This one was the male one and went from blue to light blue, and I don't know, but I still went ranked by what the shinies was. This Jellison, I actually really like the purple on him. Her, sorry, whatever. And then Pringle Man. That's what this thing is always. I really like the green weirdly on this. It's a really good shade of green. But again, just not super attached to the Pokemon. But again, it's a really good shade of green. Malala. Yeah, it's just kind of here. I feel like it's just wearing. It's almost like it's wearing too much makeup or something. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the Alola. Joltik, I think it's like a slightly more yellow vibe. I don't really notice a major change with this Pokemon, but that's what my gut's saying. It looks like. And then Garvantula has like darker shades to him, darker yellows and darker undertones. Pharaoh Seed, blues, and the whites work pretty darn well with this Pokemon. Which was a better Pokemon, but again, not bad. Next we have Ferrothorn, who I don't know. It's okay. It's the reds work well, but the others don't. But it's not horrible. Kling, again, this rusted look, not great, but I'm not a big fan of it. And I sometimes can't actually tell if it's improving when it's evolving or not. I'm going to give it a slight improvement as it moved on. But yeah. Tynamo, I think, is like slightly more green, but I couldn't really tell what how tiny it was. And this one's got like a greenish outline, but it's not the greatest shade of green. And then Electros being like this off green almost worked pretty well with him. It works, don't get me wrong, but I just think there was better colors it could have had. Elgium's line, noticeable shiny, just yeah, no super connection with this Pokemon. I didn't really actually see the change with Beheum and LG. This whatever this one is, whatever this one is. Okay, get ready for some high rankings here, folks, because Lampet's going up. I like the blue. I know the rest hasn't changed. The blue fame shouldn't be much for him, but it does. Just a good shade of blue, okay? Don't judge my shades of blue, okay? And then Lampet, still a good Pokemon. I like the slight purple that's got going on. I wish there's a little bit more changes. It works better with Lidwick. But, again, not horrible. And then Mr. Chandelure. I love Chandelure. This Pokemon has grown on me so much after Pokemon Tournament. I really like this Pokemon. And it's shiny. It's just so good. It's so good, dude. It's so good. You can see how good it is by high rate. And just think, guys, other than Pokken, I have not used this in gameplay or anything like that. Poken's the only thing I have experience with Chandelure. I think it could go higher. I think it could go higher. Charizard might have a rival in freaking Chandelure. Not even lying. Freaking love Chandelure. Very 16 like shiny. The action line is blue. I wish the eye is. It's just the eye of Fracture that doesn't look good. But then you got Haxorus that's like freaking deadly, super awesome shiny. The blacks and reds just they're good. They're good. This thing literally looked like it, got some blood on its thing. Okay, that's probably too rated R, but you know what I mean. Like it's just sick. Okay, just sick looking. Next, we got Cubchoo's. Got a purple head. Got a little extra head cold or something there. I don't know. What does purple mean? I forget what purple means. It's like because green's like you're sick. Blue is like you're shy. I forget what purple means. Or sad. Blue's also sad. Isn't purple like nervous? Is that what like Inside Out showed? Also, I really liked God dang it, I forget that Pokemon. Crocodile? Is that it? Crocodile? Shiny. Very good and shiny. The Acelgor line. Really, actually, weirdly like the mummy-ish vibe with the orangish yellow head. Galarian. Stunfisk. I almost said Yamask. Why did I say want to say Yamask? Stunfisk. Browns. Yeah. Blue on this one, I like the blue. I like the blue. It's a good shade of blue. I don't, again, we're going to have the weird white background, and I apologize. 3 of the Pokemon, for whatever reason, just have those white backgrounds. I don't understand why. I think it's something, again, with the whole changes of forms, but we'll just have to deal with it. This thing's just turned slightly red. Yeah, just gonna go right there. Druddigon, I actually weirdly like this Pokemon in its shiny form. It kind of weirdly works for him. Um, it's a good shade of green, good shade of yellow. Just works, just works. Next we have the Golurk line, who's kind of like a slightly green radiation look. Looks a little bit better on the evolution, almost, Iron Man vibes, all that good stuff. Iron Giant, whatever you want to say. Gives them a little points for that. Bisharp, this blue is a really good shade of blue. It's a kind of cute Pokemon. And then I think I just wish it had better with its like hands and feet being a different shade. But again, it's not a bad shade of blue. Buffalance, again, not a bad looking shiny. But yeah. Rufflet, I don't know. This coloration's a little off. It's not horrible, but definitely could have been better. And then Braviary said, "Hey, I know my pre-evolution kind of stunk, but mine's pretty decent. Okay, I got some blues going on now. I got some good colors. I'm, American spirit. Yeehaw. I don't know why I went Southern. Why would Southern also be whatever? Represent the people of the South too. Whatever. Volbeat are." Yeah, is that what this one is? I forget. Don't stop judging me. Not terrible. It's noticeable, but yeah. Indeed, yeah, it starts with an M. Mandibuzz. Yeah, that's what your name is. I actually weirdly like the shiny. Heatmore looks really sick. Those colors work really well together. I think just the hand needed to be a brighter red. Like, that's my nitpick. Next, we have Durant, who's like bronze, I guess. And he's going to go like right around here somewhere. I don't know where just yet. Right there. The Dino line, greens and blacks, work decently for him. This one's pretty cute. Next one has 2 heads. Does that make him better? Yeah, slightly. And then we have the last one, which actually still works pretty well. I think the purple being a little bit brighter would have worked pretty decently, or a brighter green. Larvesta, this was the first time I've seen this shiny. I actually weirdly like the flame look that it's kind of got going on in its back. So he's actually going to go up there a pretty good amount. And then, yeah, the Larvesta line. This one's not bad either. Volcarona, is that what this one's called? It's going to go pretty up there. Next, we got Cobalion. Ooh, nice neonish green, blues, whites. Swords of Justice kind guys. They're just kind of there. Tracheon goes up and down in my head. Like, there's something off there. The red's good. The blue's good. I think it's just that other color. Like, there's something that could have been better. It kind of works because it's, I don't know. It does stand out, but yeah. Virizion definitely could have been a little bit better of a color choice, but again, not a bad shiny. And then we got the genies or whatever, which again, I don't know much about the genies. I think, was it Landorus or Thunderous? I forget. Who's the VGC, like, god one? The last one, I think that's on the list. It's probably the only one I'm super familiar with, and I guess slightly Thunderous. But the other ones, yeah. I think this one has, like, some purples going on for it. Like I said, I'm kind of trying to rank this by what I see and think is going on, but at the same point, I'm not experts with these Pokemon. And could I be doing more research when I'm ranking these? Sure. But at the same point, I'm trying to, get them ranked. So, Next we got Reshiram, which I know to a lot of people is pretty basic because all it does is have that yellow collar. But I actually rate the yellow collar. I like it. I like it. Yes, it could have been better, but again, it's not horrible. And then Zekrom, I think it's like slightly green on certain things, and maybe it looks good in certain elements, but to me, I think there's improvements that could have been made to Zekrom that really could have made it stand out. Next, we got the guy. I guess I have to talk about this guy like always in the VGC tournaments. Yeah, whatever that one is. Yeah, was it like Therian form or something like that? Okay, now we got the Kyurem fusions, which this one looked sick. Again, I don't know what the shinies change or don't change, but it just looked good. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna rank it with what I see. Even if it doesn't really change much, I just still like how this Pokemon looks. You're going up there, and then this guy, I'm like, okay, this is what it looks like. This is, I'm gonna rank this based on what I'm seeing, and not really knowing how the shiny is changing it, because I don't really know much about the fusions. Kyurem itself, I know, is like slightly darker, um, and like almost like purpley blue, I think is what's going on. Keldeo is definitely green. I know that's the change in Keldeo. Works pretty well with the sword, or what is it? The Resolute form? Is that what this one's called? I feel like that's my quote of the Gen 5. Is that what this thing's called? Is that what this one is? I know I need to play Gen 5, okay. Just don't hit the dislike button, okay? Just hit the like button, or just let me know down in the comments buttons. That helps the video. Meloetta. Cute little Pokemon. Just wish I had more knowledge of it. Regular Meloetta, I think this has a different hairish color. I think that's the major difference between this Meloetta and the normal Meloetta. Because it knows like a green, and that looks more like a lime green. Genesect's red instead of purple, and I really actually like the red on this Genesect. Kind of makes you wonder if that's like an homage to what it maybe possibly could have used to look like before the armor was added on, before it turned to Dire Man. And that's the end of Gen 5. This time I actually saw the end of the list. So yeah, you're going to see, our first from Mr. Still Mega Charizard here. All the way down to the end. But yeah, you can see, like I said, Charmeleon, who's up here, Ivysaur, even Metapod and Caterpie. Like weird ones that have good shinies, some kind of nostalgia with anime and how the Pokemon is. But it's like, wait, this is just a Caterpie or a Metapod. I'm saying, these same arguments about other Pokemon that are lower on the list that have really good shinies. But it's weird, like how I end up ranking all this. But again, if you guys have any suggestions, leave me down in the comment sections. Just let me know what you guys think, anything that could improve it, or if you guys just like how I'm doing it so far. So definitely love any feedback, good or bad. Definitely always try to do the best we can, with all of our videos. So hopefully you guys are enjoying. But yeah, so next episode we'll be doing Gen 6, and then Gen 7 and Gen 8, and then we will be on the finale. So it's definitely nearing the end here, folks. Like I said, we try to have these go up every Sunday, typically afternoon wise. So yeah, hopefully you guys are still enjoying these. Like I said, next episode's gonna be Gen 6, will probably be the shortest one. But yeah, we're just gonna keep diving through and knocking these out. Hopefully you guys keep watching them with me and enjoying them with me. Other than that, guys, this is gonna be the Modern Gamer signing out. I should probably let it finish to the end. There we go, signing out.